Rastov YouTube awesome. Hey, what's up YouTube? Rastov here and welcome back to our second video in our Remembering Mum series. Now, last episode I told you a little bit about our history with Crash Bandicoot, and I'm getting the nostalgia feelings from it. But this next one comes a little bit further into the future after Crash Bandicoot. Back when good old mobile gaming had started out. So, when I was a teenager, I had a cell phone. And I can't remember if it was on Mum's cell phone or her iPad. Or some other tablet. But I introduced her to this crazy little game called Draw Something. You know. Now, essentially, if you've never played Draw Something, you play it with a friend or whoever, or a family member. And it gives you a word, and you have to draw that word. And then the other person has to guess what you've drawn. Oh. And so I'd introduced Mum to this game. And, you know, immature-minded James is thinking, ooh, I'm going to draw a dick. Yeah, I'm going to draw a dick. And then I was like, oh, drawing a dick to your mum? That's probably not going to end well for me. So you know what? No, I'll be the mature one. Alright, I'll just play the game as it's intended. So I, you know, get my first word. Couldn't tell you what it was, but I draw it. I couldn't tell you if I drew it well, but, you know, I tried to add a little bit of artistic flair. You know, Mum guessed it real fast. And so she's, you know, she guesses it. And then it's her turn. And I don't hear anything. So I was in my bedroom. And she was out in the lounge. Oh, that was bad. Okay. As soon as I hit those first ones, I was like, whoops. So all I can hear from the lounge is just laughing. Laughing, laughing, laughing. She was just having a ball of a time. And I was like, what is she doing? And it took her ages to actually finish the word. So I'm like, man, she must be like, you know, Picassoing the shit out of this. And so I get the word, I get the picture come up, and what it does with Draw Something is it shows you all of the, like, you know, the strokes or however as it's done. And so I'm watching intently because I really want to figure out what this is. What, you know, because I don't, you know, I introduced Mum to it, but I don't want to lose either. And so there's a, you know, a C shows up, you know, for just a little C. And then there's a pause. Then there's a backwards C. Another C, sorry. Looks like a backwards 3. And I'm starting to realize that this is where all the laughter had come in. And then there's a line. And then there's another line. And I don't need to tell you what came after that, because I'm sure you can guess by now. But she was in absolute hysterics. Like, as soon as I realized what it is, I started cracking up laughing. And then as soon as she heard me laugh, she started cracking up laughing. And so I was incredibly proud of my mum. You know, she had a wicked sense of humor, and anyone that knew her could tell you that she had this amazing sense of humor. And so oh, wow. Okay. I didn't realize that was going to kill me. So she had this amazing sense of humor. And, that was bad. And quite a dirty sense of humor as well at times. And so me, I was like, oh my God. Mum drew this, like, massive, like, meaty, just I'm distracting myself, but she drew this massive, like, meaty dick. And so I screenshot it and I posted it up on Facebook. Because, you know, I was so proud. I was like, good on you, mum. You know, you're making me proud. You know, it's like, oh, my mum drew a kitty. My mum drew like a stick man. My mum drew a dick. You know, I was so proud to go and tell all my mates at school. But I put it on at high school. I put it on Facebook. And so, you know, she was like crying with laughter. She almost couldn't breathe. And then the laughter stops. And then all I hear is James! Boom, 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 boom. Take it off Facebook. I've got people from work on there. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, it's so funny. And she's like, take it down. Take it down. I was like, I'm sorry, Mum. I'm just really proud of you. And she's like, you take it down right now or I'll ban you from the internet. I said, but if you ban me from the internet, I can't take it down. And she's like, don't you be a smartass with me. And so I took it down reluctantly. But a couple of my mates had seen it, and then we had a good chuckle about it. We had a good chuckle about it at school. And so about a month later, my mates came over to hang out. And, you know, they were like, oh, Mrs. James's mum, you have some really good art skills. And she's like, what do you mean? Oh, James showed us what you did on Draw Something, and her eyes were just like red. And and I was like, oh cool, I'm dead, guys, thanks for that. You've really helped me out and done me a solid. She was furious. And you know what she did? He said, yeah, it was the actual size of James's. So she doubles down and just like makes me look like the idiot, and then all of a sudden everyone's laughing at me because they're like, oh, James got a small dick. God damn it. And then I got mad and my eyes were like, rrr. I got distracted. And all she said was, don't mess with the master. And then she just walked off while my friends proceeded to take the piss out of me. Ah, good times. It was quite a hard case like that. And so on the topic of games like that, we also played Scrabble. Words with Friends, I think they call it, online. And she was just way better than I was. Way better. So I cheated. I straight up cheated. I was online looking up, like, you know, zoo and Q and chi and all sorts of, like, you know, two-letter words with Q's and Z's and X's and shit in it. And, you know, so she confronts me. She's like, you've been cheating. I'm like, me? I have not been cheating. No, I wouldn't do that. No way. I'm offended that you would assume I was cheating. And I promise I haven't. She's like, show me your history. There was nothing on there that she could see. I was no amateur. So, what would you do in this situation, right? You think your son's cheating, but you can't figure it out. What would you do? Well, she's like, you know what? Screw it. Even if he's not cheating, I'm going to start cheating. So she jumps online and starts looking up those bloody words. And then all of a sudden, it's a battle of the cheaters. And the two of us are just trying to see who can out-cheat the other one. Oh god, I hate these goddamn spinnies. And so we ended up playing, you know, quite a few games. And I was like, okay, fine. Like, I cheated. You know, can you just admit to me that you're cheating and then we'll play normal? And she was like, I didn't cheat. I'm just smarter than you are. And she took her victory and I was like, well, do you want to keep playing? She's like, no, I've already beaten you too many times. If I beat you anymore, it would be considered child abuse. And I was like, God damn, Mom, that's savage. So she was real witty, real clever, and yeah, just had a fantastic sense of humor, and she was a great sport, you know. And trying to think of what my next topic will be. Might just be a two-parter, and two parts are fine. She was also, you know, she was an avid gamer. I'm assuming everyone here has heard of Candy Crush. Yeah, I think it's just going to be a two-parter. I don't know how I can stretch out these other ones into, like, longer stories, so we'll just make it a two-parter. That's all good. So, she had the iPad, right? And she played Candy Crush, and then she played every Candy Crush knockoff, and then every, like, one of the knockoffs of the knockoffs. God. So there were literally pages and pages, like full-on like iPad pages of just these random-ass games that she had found, you know, through ads of playing the other game. Never spent a cent on it, you know, never spent $1, nothing. But she played, and she would always be like level 400 or, you know, level like 500 or whatever the highest level was. And so when she would run out of lives, she would just switch to the next game, and she would just do that. And she would just make her way through all of these games. And if you asked her, I was like, don't you get sick of playing the same game? It's like, I'm not playing the same game. This one's got penguins in it. Alright? It's like, oh, how the mighty have fallen. Once upon a time, Crash Bandicoot champion. Reduced to crushing candies. And I remember her being like, I remember taking the piss out of her a little bit, you know, because like once I'd got my computer, which she paid for back in the day, I remember taking the piss being like, you're not a real gamer, those aren't even real games. And so she sent me like, she sent me an email, like an actual email with like the dictionary, you know, definition of a game. And then she sent me the definition of a gamer, right? And so, like, I just sat there being like, God damn it, she just outsmarts me all the time. And so I said, you're not a real gamer. I don't care if they said that you are. You're not. And so then she's like, okay, do you think that this isn't challenging? And I said, no, I don't. I don't think it's challenging at all. So she's like, here you go. Beat this level. And so, you know, I tried the, I'm like, okay, look, I mean, I've played World of Warcraft. This is going to be like, no, I'm getting smashed by these things. Holy crap. I've played World of Warcraft, and I've played all of these other, like, puzzle games, of Final Fantasy and all these other games. Like, there's no way that little crushing candies is going to beat me and my superior, like, gamer intellect. And so she just sits there and she looks at me. And she just looks at me. While I proceed to fail upon fail upon fail. And I don't think I beat a single one of her, like, high-level games. And she's like, watch, I'll show you how the master does it. And so she does. She does it, like, fucking easy as. And I'm, like, just sitting there looking like chump, like a bloody chump. Because I couldn't even... You know, it was basically, like, Connect 4. Oh, God. Son of a bitch! This level's longer than I thought. Alright. But yeah. She was never a... Oh, wow. You know, she was never, you know, one to kind of like force me to do anything that I didn't want to do. So, you know, if I wanted to play games all day, she'd tell me, you know, there are other things that I could be doing aside from playing games. But, you know, if that's what I wanted to do, you know, she'd always support me in what I wanted to do. Oh, come on, bro. That was bad. And, you know, Oh, you know what? I remembered what the other story I was going to tell was. So I'm just going to end it here, right? I remembered what the third story was. So I'm going to end it here, and I'm going to record the next video, and then I'm going to upload one each day for the next couple of days. So thank you for watching so far. I hope you've enjoyed my little stories, and I'll catch you in the next one, eh? Peace. Thank you for watching. Subscribe.